On the news tonight, Inec to demand prosecution of Adamawa wreck. Gombe government dissolves cabinets ahead of April 19th and over. Court reverses Ararume sacking, awards 5 billion naira. PDP supporters protests give Inec 72 hours ultimatum. And on sports, Nigeria drawn against Niger, Togo, Burkina Faso as Under-20 championship begins. Now the news in detail. The Independent National Electoral Commission says it will write the Inspector General of Police, Baba Ahmed, to investigate and prosecute the resident electoral commissioner for Adamawa State, Udu Ari. The commission reached the decision on Tuesday at a technical meeting attended by national commissioners of Inec in Abuja. Inec has also decided to write a secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, to brief the President, Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, about the action of the wreck. According to the Inec Twitter handle, at its meeting today, April 18, 2023, the commission discussed matters arising from the Adamawa governorship election and decided to write to the Inspector General of Police for the immediate investigation and possible prosecution of the Resident Electoral Commission for Adamawa State, Barrister Udu Ari. Requests the Secretary to the Government of the Federation to draw the attention of the appointing authority to the unwholesome behavior of the wreck for further action. The collation process shall resume at a time to be determined by the returning officer. Detailed official statement will follow shortly. Information report that all national commissioners of Inec arrived early to the closed-door meeting at the Commission's headquarters in Abuja. The meeting came barely 24 hours after the electoral umpire ordered Ari to stay away from its office in Adamawa. Inec's action was premised on Ari's declaration of the All Progressive Congress governorship candidate, Aisha Dahiru, popularly known as Binani, as the governor-elect in Saturday's parliamentary election before the conclusion of the collation process. Moving on to the next story. Governor Mohammed Yahya of Gombe State has dissolved his cabinet, urging the various appointees to submit handover comprehensive note before Wednesday, April 19, 2023. This was contained in a press statement dated April 11, 2023, titled Submission of Handing Over Note of Ministries, Departments and Agencies, which was signed by Rabiu Abubakar on behalf of the Office of the Secretary to the State Government. The letter was addressed to the offices of Principal Private Secretary, Government House, the Permanent Secretary, Office of the Deputy Governor, Government House, Gombe, the Secretary to the State Government House Office, the Clerk, Gombe State House of Assembly, Gombe, Chief Registrars, High Court of Justice, Sharia Court of Appeal, all Permanent Secretaries, all Head of Extra Ministerial Department, and Chief Executive Boards and Power Starters. It disclosed that the decision was due to the administration electoral victory in the recently conducted gubernatorial election, which marked the end of the Yaya's first administration. You are therefore requested to submit same to the Office of the Secretary to the State Government on or before Wednesday, April 2023. To the next story. The Federal High Court, Abuja, on Tuesday restored Senator Ifeanyi Ararume as the non-executive chairman of the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. The court set aside his removal by President Major General Muhammadu Buhari, retired, which happened on January 17, 2023. Ararume had dragged Buhari before the court, praying it to declare his removal as the NNPCL chief illegal, unlawful, and unconstitutional, and that it was a total breach of CAMA law under which the NNPCL was incorporated. Furthermore, he prayed the court to issue an order to return him to office and also demanded 100 billion naira as compensation for the damages he suffered nationally and internationally. Delivering judgment, Justice Ian Eko voided Ararume's sacking and awarded 5 billion naira as damages against Buhari and the NNPCL to be paid for the disruption of Ararume's appointment on the grounds that the action of the president was arbitrary, unlawful, and illegal. The justice ordered that Ararume be immediately restored to office as a non-executive chairman of the NNPCL. The judge also declared as null and void all decisions of the board of directors of the NNPCL carried out in the absence of Ararume. Justice Eko held that Buhari acted ultra-vires, wrongful, illegal, null and void in the Ways and Manners Arrangement was sacked after using his name to register the NNPCL, and that such an act could not stand in the face of the law. Going on to the next story. Supporters of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Adamawa State on Monday took to the streets to protest against the declaration of Senator Aishatu Dairu Binani as the winner of the Adamawa governorship election. But Binani has asked a federal high court in Abuja to stop the Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, from setting aside a declaration as the winner of the election. In a motion ex parte filed on Monday, the applicant sought the leave of the court, allowing her to file an application for an order of prohibition and casuary stopping Inec from taking any step towards setting aside the declaration made on April 16th, in which the Adamawa Rec, Barrister Udu Ari, declared her as winner of the election. She also sought an order preventing the Inec, its agents assigned, or any person acting on its behalf from taking further steps towards the declaration of the winner around the governorship election held on March 18th and the supplementary election held on April 15th, pending the determination of the application for further and judicial review. In one of the grounds upon which she filed the application, Binani contended that the only court with the power to review the declaration of its result is the Election Petition Tribunal. She added that the only option open to any dissatisfied candidate is to resort to tribunal for address, if any. Going on to the next story. Officials of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, in Port Harcourt were attacked by hoodlums at Odunze Lane, mile 3 axis of Diobu in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. In the course of the attack, the hoodlums were said to have released a suspect, Izu Isofia, popularly known as 50. The spokesperson for the NDLEA Rivers State Command, Emmanuel Ogunbada, confirmed the attack on its officials in a statement. Ogunbada revealed that the hoodlums made away with the drugs seized and freed a suspect. While trying to move the suspect to a patrol van, he raised the alarm and was resisting arrest, which resulted in a scuffle. And within minutes, hoodlums in their large numbers attacked our officers with bottles and stones and managed to free the already handcuffed suspect, as well as getting away his exhibit before the arrival of our backup team. Ogunbada stated that the state commander, Ahmed Mahmouda, has tasked operatives of the command to ensure that the suspect and his gangs are arrested. Going on to the next story. The abductors of 8 persons from Owupa community of Badibo, local government area of Benue State, have demanded 500,000 naira for each victim. Information had earlier reported that assailants ambushed the villagers along the Ataba Ogudu road while they were returning from the Ahogo local market. Correspondent gathered that on Tuesday that the kidnappers reached out to families of the victim, demanding 500,000 naira for each person as the only condition for their release. One of the abductees, John Ame, was however freed due to his health challenges. Godwin Agada, Daniel Akpe, and other victims are reportedly still in custody. Meanwhile, the State Police Public Relations Officer, DSP, Anene Catherine, was told information on ground that officers of the command, in collaboration with local vigilantes, have been mobilized to the area to ensure the victims are rescued on off. She said, yes, an incident was reported at Orokam Police Division. Investigation reveals that some hoodlums grouped themselves and went to a farm area to kidnap people. Police teams in collaboration with groups in the community have been mobilized to the forest for a rescue team. And to the foreign story. The Chinese government has denied funding militants to access Nigerian mining sites, noting strongly that it will never be involved in any form of terrorism financing. In a statement on Monday, the Chinese embassy in Nigeria described a report by the Times of the United Kingdom insinuating terrorism financing in Nigeria by the Chinese government as totally irresponsible. The reports dated April 15, 2023, and titled Chinese bribe Nigeria's militants for access to vast mineral reserves, claimed that Beijing could be directly and indirectly funding terror in Nigeria. However, the Chinese embassy said the report is based on unverified, unclear, and unproven information, to which we have to express our strong dissatisfaction and objection. The Chinese government, as well as the Chinese embassy in Nigeria, have always encouraged and urged Chinese companies and nationals in Nigeria to abide by the laws and regulations of Nigeria and to implement the local rules and guidance on labor, environment, health, and safety, etc., and would continue their effort in this regard, the statements added. Finally, on the world news is a sports story. Nigeria's under-20 girls national team, the Falconets, have been drawn against Niger, Republic, Togo, and Burkina Faso in the WAFU B Girls Cup of Nations, which will run from May 20th to June 4, 2023 in Kumasi, Ghana. The draw for the maiden edition of the WAFU B Under-20 Girls Championship was held at WAFU B headquarters in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire, yesterday, with host Ghana paired in Group A alongside Benin and Côte d'Ivoire. The WAFU B Girls Championship is a qualifying tournament for the Africa Under-20 Women's World Cup qualification in association football tournament held every 2 years and serves as a qualifying tournament for the FIFA Under-20 Women's World Cup. In the boys competition, Flying Eagles of Nigeria will face Benin and Togo in Group B of the competition, while Ghana Black Satellites were also drawn to play host Côte d'Ivoire. According to the Confederation of African Football, the draw, supervised by WAFU B Executive Director Burema Balima, paves the way for this year's competition in the region to get underway after last month's training for match officials. The prestigious WAFU B Girls Under-20 Championship will see teams from 7 member countries vying for regional glory, with Ghana hosting this prestigious championship in the bustling city of Kumasi. The tournament format entails 3 teams in Group A, with each team playing 2 matches before advancing to the knockout stages. The top 2 teams from each group will then secure their place in the highly anticipated semi-finals. Host Ghana will be keen on capitalizing on their home advantage and showcasing their talent against formidable opponents in Benin and Côte d'Ivoire. On the other hand, Benin and Côte d'Ivoire are determined to challenge the favorite and leave their mark on the tournaments. That ends the World News this hour from BGI TV Currents. Before we go, some major headlines. Inec to demand prosecution of Adamawa wreck. Next headline, Gombe government dissolves cabinet ahead of April 19th handover. Court reverses Ararume sacking, awards 5 billion naira for damages. And on sports, Nigeria drawn against Togo, Niger Republic, and Burkina Faso as Under-20 Championship begins. For more updates on YouTube, our handle is BGI TV Current. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option All to access our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. For advert placement of goods and services, coverage of events and functions, please dial the phone number streaming on your screen. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawa.